Hey there, beautiful, powerful, confident, fierce woman. Welcome to the Power series. I'm excited. I had this idea come to me in a very divine way, in a very insightful way, to put on the Power series and to include some power poses along with that. It's something that the girls that I mentor, we had a teaching artist who has been coming in the last couple of months, and she taught us this whole idea of power posing, which I love. The girls were very uncomfortable, but it teaches you so much about confidence. So we're going to get to the posing towards the end. Plus pose is like my favorite show. But anyway, hey there. So welcome to day one. Day one is all about power and feeling powerful. So the Power series is meant to be a quick little bite of inspiration, motivation, and wisdom that hopefully you can use some application, right, and some implementation in your own life, and you can take the wisdom that's shared today as well as that pose and start incorporating hopefully into a daily confidence routine or spiritual ritual that you already do, or just take whatever pose or wisdom you like from the different days. So there's 5 days in the Power series because we're going to go through each letter of power. So the P stands for powerful, the O stands for open, the W stands for worthiness, the E stands for empowered, and the R stands for radiant. And the whole idea is that they're almost like affirmations. So if you can put I am in front of each one, right? So I am powerful. I am open, right? I am worthy. I am empowered. I am radiant, right? Like the great I am from the Bible, right? And you can get that if you read Moses' story in the Bible, right? And Moses says to God, well, who do I say sent me, right? The great I am that I am, right? So, and in that's so powerful. Whatever you put after I am is always powerful. And that's a great lesson that I learned from our favorite auntie, Oprah Winfrey, right? Whatever you say after I am is always going to be what you are, right? And you manifest the things that you are constantly thinking about, and you manifest the things that you are feeling. So whatever you feel deeply about money, you're manifesting. Whatever you think about relationships, so if you feel like you're confused or you're unsure or you're uncertain or you are living from a place of fear, then the relationships that you attract or don't attract, right, or the ones you repel, they're going to fall in alignment with that, right? Because whatever you put after I am is going to want to come to you, right? And you know that my mission and goal as a confidence coach for women is always to develop, right? Is to develop and to empower women to heal, evolve, and to grow themselves so that they can be more powerful. They can be fierce. They can be confident. And they can walk into rooms and be able to say and do whatever it is that they need. Not because you need the spotlight on you, but because you're confident and yourself, so you can navigate different situations, you can navigate different scenarios, and you can use your intuition. And because you are open and you are radiant and you know your worth and you're empowered, then you are able, right, to navigate life in a different way than somebody who has low self-esteem, someone who is confused, someone who is uncertain, someone who's not walking and living, right, in their power and in their purpose. So for power today, let's think about the word powerful, right? So we're saying I am powerful, and you can go ahead and write that in the comments, right? That's something I want you to repeat to yourself at least 7 to 10 times before you go to bed tonight. Say, I am powerful. Go ahead and post that somewhere as well. I am powerful. I am powerful, right? Because in the repetition of things, right, that is how you begin to lock it in and how you begin to believe something. So I am powerful. So when we think about the word power, power is about having strength, right? I'm trying to show y'all my muscles that I've been working on. Y'all, I've been working my arms out. But power is all about strength, right? But when we think about power, we also think about, like, there's a show called Power, and people are hungry to get that power. Why? Because it makes them feel a certain way on the inside, right? And I'm obviously not suggesting you try to feel like Ghost on Power. I barely watch Power, so I don't even know the characters and stuff. That's not what I'm suggesting at all, right? So power in a way is kind of an elusive thing, if you will. However, what I want you to think in terms of power is how can you plug in deeper to your faith. Whatever is your source is going to be the thing that gives you your power. So you know how we have to plug in our phones and our iPads and our laptops and all of those different things. You have to plug those in to the source. If they're not plugged into the source and replenished and recharged, they're not going to work properly, right? And as the battery starts to get low on those said devices, they can start acting crazy, or if you're on it and the battery's too low, it could just cut off. My phone did that to me last night because it needed to be plugged into its source so that it would be juiced up enough, it will be full enough, the battery will be full enough for it to be powerful enough to withstand over time. And I want you to think about your own self in the same way when we're thinking about being powerful women, right? So plugging into your source, that's what's going to give you strength. That's what's going to lift you up, right? And you know this, but I'm simply reminding you to tap into your power, right? At what point in time today, right, have you tapped in and plugged into source? Did you take that time out to pray today, right? Did you take that time out to have your daily confidence routine? Being powerful means that you have set a foundation in your own life, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Power is about you have set up, you have a foundation that you can go from. You have a source that you can easily plug into so that when you are out and you're walking into rooms or you're sitting down somewhere, you are not just walking into that room. God is walking into that room with you, right? And you are moving and you're flowing, right? And you're flowing with the current of abundance. You're flowing with harmony. You're flowing with worthiness. You're overflowing with love, right? Because you know how to plug into source and fill yourself back up when you need to. You know how to go pull out, your affirmation cards, or you know how to go pull out your meditation or whatever it is that you use when you are plugging into source for you to be more powerful. So that's the thing I want you to remember for today. So I want you guys to repeat 7 to 10 times over, I am powerful. B, I want you to check yourself. When is the last time you really sat down and plugged into source? Because we have been slowing down lately, you should have a lot of time to plug into source, but so many people are still posting that they are bored and they don't got nothing to do. And I'm like, how do you not have nothing to do? How do you not have nothing to do? Right? So plugging into source is fasting, it's praying, right? It's sitting down with the Bible. It's sitting down with those thoughts and emotions, because as I mentioned at the start of this, you manifest what you are thinking and what you are feeling, right? So you want to be plugged into source because you need to be reminded that you're powerful. You need to be reminded that you're strong. You need to be reminded that you're going to make it through wherever it is and whatever you're going through, right? So again, as I said, the Power series is really just quick motivation and inspiration, right? So we had a lot of time where we got to chat last week when we had our challenge. So if you missed any of those videos, feel free to go there. But again, the series is just a quick little kind of like a quick little, I don't want to say punch, but that's really what I'm trying to say. So just remind you of who you are and reminding you that you are powerful. So getting into our power pose for today, right? So again, remember, power is about you plugging into your source, which gives you strength and power to keep going, right? It gives you strength and power to stand up and to walk a different way, right? And I want to talk about posture. I want to talk about body language, because when we're talking about power, people that are powerful, they walk a certain way, they talk a certain way, they dress a certain way. A very powerful, fierce, and confident woman, she's going to dress a certain way. She's going to talk a certain way. She is going to, not saying that you can't be yourself, but there are certain attributes of a powerful woman, of a magnetic woman, of a very attractive woman, right? That draws people into her, that draws opportunities to her, that draws money into her, right? So you got to keep that in mind. So thinking about where you are and where you would like to be in your next season, right? Or as you move to your next level. And as we're approaching a new level, that's where our fears start to come up. And it's not that you're not powerful, it's just that you're afraid of what's going to happen at that next level because you have already been operating in the space that you're already in. So going to your next level, fear is going to start popping into your mind, which is what we don't want. We want to be powerful, right? We want to be focused. We want to be positioned so that we don't have to worry about all those distractions or all that fear as we're moving in a certain direction as that fierce, confident, and powerful woman. So, power pose, which is what I'm supposed to be saying, right? So for our power pose, each day you'll get a different one. For today, our power pose is simply a surrender pose. So it's simply having your arms straight up like this is the power pose. So each day I'm going to give you a pose that you can do in the mirror, right? The reason why I suggest you doing this in the mirror is because there is some scientific research behind when you do certain poses. They do help you to feel a lot more confident. They do help you to feel more powerful, right? That's why I'm talking about the posture of a powerful woman, right? Where if someone's slouching down in their chair, we're not going to be looking to them for wisdom. We're not going to be looking like, oh, there go my husband. Look at him slouched down in the chair. That ain't you, right? That's not what we want to see. We want somebody, right, who is going to be able to be seated accordingly. They're going to have the proper posture, right? They're going to have the proper body language that is going to attract you to that particular person, right? Which is what it is you also want. So when I'm saying the pose for powerful is you're putting your hands up in the air, it's simply almost like hands in the air is also a surrendered pose. And as I said, if we're talking about I am powerful, your power is connected to your source. That power is you being filled up from your higher power. And in my case, it's God. So if I'm saying I'm powerful, it's also saying, God, you are powerful. You are working in my life right now. So I'm able to, y'all see I had to close my eyes because I got into it. So simply putting your hands up as well would be your power. I wish you could see my full thing. It's hard to see it on here, but it's like I'm powerful. And you'll see once we get through each and every day of the power series, once you put all the poses together, you're going to be having fun, right? But today I'm just giving you one. When we get to the end, you'll see how they all come together to create your little daily confidence routine that you now can physically do in your mirror, right? But body language, like I said, is scientifically proven. So there's a lady, her name is Amy Cuddy. And she did an experiment where for 2 minutes she gave different groups of people different types of power poses. And she gave one group, I think she didn't give them any at all. And she found that the group that had the power poses before they went into a meeting, they were a lot more. I don't remember the percent wise, that slipped my mind, but she found that they were a lot more. She gave a really popular TED talk on this a little while ago. Then she went back and did additional research as well, just recently, trying to prove that doing these type of poses really kind of get into your brain chemistry, right? And they really allow you to think of yourself as that powerful person. In our case, as that powerful woman. So again, our pose for powerful is you're simply just putting your hands up. It's like a surrender pose. Okay. So for anybody that's just joining, we're actually wrapping up. So welcome to the Power Series. This is day number 1. Each and every day, I'm going to go through every single letter of the word power. So today is powerful, and we're doing these as if they're different affirmations. The purpose is for you to get a quick boost or a quick shot of inspiration and wisdom, and you end with a physical pose. Our pose for today is this one right here, where you simply just have your arms up in the air. It's almost like a surrendered pose, because we're talking about being powerful is all about you plugging into your source, just like you plug your phone into a battery so that it can be re-energized, it can be reset, it can be refocused, it can be repositioned, and it can be refilled. All right. It's the same thing with you. You want to be refilled. You like, it's almost like, God, I surrender it to you. You fill me up. You give me the power. You give me the strength, right? So hopefully that makes sense. So I want you guys to repeat, right? I am powerful 7 to 10 times today, right? I want you to take some time to plug into your source and ask God to fill you up, right? As you plug in. And then I want you guys to also practice your pose in the mirror, or you can do it during your prayer time today and see how it feels for you. I encourage you to do it daily for at least 7 days straight. And once we get through each and every day with each and every pose, then I dare you, right? We're going to have a power challenge, right? I dare you to put them all together and post your video, right? The I am powerful challenge, right? That's what we're going to call it, the I am powerful challenge, and see how it goes, right? So with that being said, if you have enjoyed this video, if you enjoy connecting with me, you feel like you can vibe with me, if you enjoy the challenges that I do, and if you have not already enrolled in Powerfully Positioned Women Academy, whether before, right, because I created this 3 years ago, right, and it's still popping, right? So if you have not already taken the journey and you feel as though you are ready to go to your next level, so the women that normally enroll and sign up, they feel like they have already tried a number of different things and perhaps that hasn't been working for them. Other of my clients, they feel like they've like read all the books, they've showed up on all the lives, they keep scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, and they know they want to make a shift and change, and they've been able to make some change, but it hasn't been a deep, withstanding change from the inside out that's lasted over time, right? There's not a day that goes by that I don't have a client, right, from last year, 2 years ago, or this year who doesn't come to me to say that there has been something that I've taught, or there's a program that she's went through that hasn't had an impact. Just today, I had a client who went through Powerfully Positioned Women Academy. I think she went through it 2 years ago. And I remember, don't talk about my nails. Y'all know I need to get my nails done. But she went through it 2 years ago. And I remember on our call, she signed up for, you could do a free 30-minute powered position woman call just to see if it's a right fit for you. I go more in depth into the program and just really see where you are in your journey and see if it's a good fit, because I have 5 different coaching programs and most of my clients have already done a lot of them. So they are at the place where they want to do the academy, but a lot of them have done the academy at this point. But I talked to her over the phone, and I don't know what it was about her, but it's almost like I had like an emotional moment with her. There was just like a connection, and I knew in my heart, I was like, you need to do Powerfully Positioned Women Academy. So we got her signed up, we got her enrolled, and she completely blew it out the water, right? And she really loved Module 2. And Module 2 is all about the posture of a powerful woman, where I teach you these 4 different posture principles. And almost in the Power series, I guess it's a mini version of that. But for her, she really was at a place where she needed to rebuild. She needed to reinvent herself, right? She was moving into a new season of her life. She wanted to shift. She wanted to change. And just a couple months after she finished, she ended up getting engaged, right? That's the next email I got. So she did the whole 8 weeks. Then a couple months later, it was like, girl, I've done all of this stuff since I went through, because I learned so much stuff about myself, about connecting to God more intimately beyond just praying, right? She understood money a whole lot differently because we were able to shift her mindset when it came to money and abundance and to finances. She was able to shift out of old patterns. She was really stuck in an old pattern with an old relationship that she really had a hard time letting go, right? We spent a whole module just going through what it means to attract a sacred relationship that is a divine relationship. So not just going online, not just dating, or not just saying, oh, I want to date, right? So it's like going deeper than that, right? Talking about preparing for marriage. I'm talking about what it means to be a helpmeet for your husband, to really be covered by God. Like, we go deep into that kind of stuff. So just for her to come back and say that now she's engaged, right? So that was 2018. So just so happens today, she told me that it's not a day goes by that she doesn't she doesn't still, is not still thankful about Powerfully Positioned Women Academy. And she said, in fact, because also module 3 is all about stepping into your God-given purpose. So I really teach you how to build your own personal brand. And you can use that if you have a business or a side hustle of how to elevate that to the next level. So when she emailed me today, she not only says, I'm doing fabulous, I'm doing a great job, my kids are doing good. She said, I also want to tell you that I've started my own business. And I said, excuse me, what? Right? She was like, here, check out my website. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, right? And it's very similar to a lot of the stuff that we do in Powerfully Positioned Women Academy, and the things I'm sure she learned. She's really into like spirituality and meditation, and her big thing is all about health and wealth and self-care. So it was beautiful because it was her own style, it was her own brand. So it really just made my day, and it warmed my heart. Right? Then she took the things that she learned, and she's able to become a woman and really step into her own and her next self, and then to create her own thing, which is ultimately, honestly, my own goal. It's not only to empower you to personally evolve and heal yourself, but my goal is to eventually teach other women how they can become confidence coaches, or whatever type of coach you desire to be, and support and help other women, right? Because everybody's style is different. Right? So it's not a day that goes by that I don't get to read those type of testimonials or get that feedback. So if you are at a place and a space in your own life where you feel as though you're ready for your next level, and you need some additional support, you need additional tool, you need accountability. So that's what a lot of my clients tell me, Tara, I need accountability. I need somebody, I can text and say blah, 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 and get feedback. Or I need somebody I can hop on Zoom with and have a one-on-one heart-to-heart conversation about stuff that I might not talk to my girlfriends about, but I need additional accountability and support from. And I love, and they always tell me, I love the fact that you're a sister. Right? That I'm a Black woman, right? And they feel like they can connect. So not only, right, do you get access, to the full course portal, you get all of those things, but there's just a feature of the program, right, is that you get access to over 300 hours, yes, 300 hours worth of video content. I have so many videos, so much content you have never even seen, not in a challenge, not in this group, not on YouTube. You're going to be, when people go in, they're like, so when was you making all this, and you was teaching and you was coaching? Don't worry about all that. I did it in the summertime when I wasn't teaching. But still, you're going to be amazed at the number of things that you see. Okay, are we back? Oh, here we go. I couldn't see comments all this time. Oh, hey, Aurelia. Now I can see comments because my phone went. And yes, we manifest what we're thinking and feeling. So that's why the very first part of this program is that I set you up. I already make your daily confidence routine. I make it for you. You got to stick to it, because that's how you really get that inner shift. Because I'm telling you the things, like I said, we manifest what we're thinking and feeling. I teach you how to shift that, and I give you the positive, right things that you need to be pushing and feeding yourself, so that you can make that internal shift in that 7-week time period when I'm giving you the content for the program. And each week we go deeper into a different area of your life, and we go through elimination, preparation, and manifestation for your relationships, for your finances, for your relationship with your career and your purpose, for your relationship with God, right? And we spend an entire module, right? And modules are kind of set up in weeks. So the idea is that I give you a week to learn and to go through all of the teachings, go through all of the assignments, and to implement, right? Because on the other side, I need you to come out more clear. I need you to come out more focused. I need you to come out more purpose. I need you to come out feeling like you're more abundant and prosperous. I need you to come back out knowing that you are a brand, right? And it doesn't matter whether you're just at your career, right, or your job, and you want to move to another place in your career. You need to know you're a brand, right? Whether you have a product or service or not, a brand is simply what people say about you when you're not in the room. So when you go on an interview, they're looking at your brand. And when you are being interviewed, you're also interviewing them as well, because you're a brand, right? And I teach you about that I teach you how to build a platform if you want to, but then I'm also showing you how to persevere when things get tough, because you can go on 10 interviews and not get any of them, and on the 11th interview that could be it. So I teach you about overcoming failure, overcoming obstacles, and how to move forward, when it comes to things with your career and your purpose. We do the same thing with your finances. And my favorite part about the financial abundance module is really that I teach you from moving from a lack mindset to a luxury mindset. So what would it mean for you to move to first class? What would it mean for you if you were to purchase that thing that costs just a little bit more, and moved out of a poverty mindset and you move into your power position, right? It's just a whole new way of thinking, behaving, and believing, but it shifts you into a new place. The same is true with relationships, right? And looking at each of your relationships, you literally have to do this mirror activity, not where you sit down with men. I give you this mirror activity where you literally have to go through every single situation or relationship that you had with a previous partner, or it could be a current partner for somebody who goes through that has a partner, and you really have to do a deep dive and really look at what is it that I had to learn from this experience? What are the patterns that are coming up that need to be broken so that I can move forward, right? And move into my next level, right? So here's the thing. And I love, this is something that Lauryn Hill said: you can't win if you're not right within, right? You cannot win if you're not right within. So the entire program takes you on that journey. And I know you're probably thinking, I know there's a lot of lovely, amazing women who went through. There are. I was sitting down today and going through, and I was like, I was even amazed myself as I sat and went back and I went through all of the women who have actually went through Powerfully Positioned Women Academy, as well as a number of my other programs. And I was like, yo, it's a lot of y'all. So prepare to see more of the testimonials. You don't have to believe me, but you can listen to them because they actually took the time to take the time to dig deep in their souls and to do the soul healing work, right? Their self-care and their soul care in Powerfully Positioned Women Academy is definitely the soul care that you need, right? All is well with my soul, all is well in the world. So it's definitely amazing in that way. And the beautiful part is all of these amazing women that came before you, they've all paid the regular rate. I am offering it for the first time ever, which is probably crazy, at what I'm calling the Rona rate, right? So it is 60% off, right? So it is definitely an incredible deal. You can ask all of my clients. It is an incredible deal, especially because I charge more when there's one-on-one, right? Where we can hop on the phone, or you could text, or you can, Facebook message and get certain answers and suggestions and things of that nature. You could start for as little as $85 today. There is definitely a payment plan that is totally affordable. If you are open to it, right? Remember, as we talked about before, it's not saying I can't afford it. It's more so saying, what do I need to do in order to make that happen, right? What it is that you say ultimately will determine what the atmosphere is going to respond to when you say something. So if you're saying I can't afford it, then your thoughts and beliefs and what manifests is going to match that. It's going to look like that. But think about, where do you want to see yourself a year from now? What's your goals and visions for this year, and then also for the next 5 years and 10 years, or just for this decade? By the time you get to the end of this decade, who do you want to be? And I was writing this out about myself like yesterday, and I realized, that the person that I want to be is going to require me. Like, I've mastered a lot of things in the last decade, and I've manifested a lot of things that I wanted in the last decade, and now it's like all the stuff that I put down. I need new tools for it. I'm going to need some new coaching. I'm going to need some new mentors. There's going to be some new books that I need to read, just because I've mastered some things. And then there's going to be new coaching programs I'm going to be putting out because I've evolved and I've grown and I'm ready for my next level. And at first I did have a little bit of fear, like, hold on, because I'm powerful and I'm confident, but I don't know about this. But I'm excited because it's things that I want and things that I desire. But I had to think, what type of woman do I have to become to become a match for these things, right? If I want a home, okay, then what type of money do I need for that? How do I prepare for that? If I'm going to be a partner or somebody's wife, how do I now operate not as single Tara that be doing whatever she wants, right? Like, it's like, how do I make that shift, right? And so again, that's why I created Powerfully Positioned Woman Academy. Because I had learned a lot of how to manifest and how to get to certain levels, right? And I wanted to teach that to other women who felt like they were stuck or they were lost or they needed more clarity and focus and direction in order for them to come up higher to their next levels, right? So that is the whole purpose of the program. So go check it out. Go to bit.ly/Power Academy. There are only 4 spots left for this particular round. I don't know when I'm going to open it again because I kind of alternate which programs I focus on. So I don't know. Like I don't think I had it open. Maybe I had it open last year. I don't even think I did. To be open for 2019. So I'm not sure when the enrollment will be open again, but I do encourage you to take advantage of the 60% off. Take advantage of the personal one-on-one time that we can spend together. And the beautiful part also is that because I'm not at work, I'm able to slow down, even though now I got to teach online, but I have so much different energy, and I'm able to slow down and really talk to you, and I'm not rushing around to get to my speaking engagement, do this and do that. So I will really give you the type of support and love and care that you need in this season. So that's a big bonus to whoever signs up for this program now, right? Is that not only do you get the Rona rate, but you also get the Rona coach that's slowed down, that can give you that. Not that I didn't give that to my clients before, but I always had a bunch of stuff. So it was boom, 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 boom. So you'll get a lot of TLC, basically you can get a lot of personalized care is what I'm saying, at a rate much lower than I normally charge, right? So anyway, if you're interested, I encourage you to check it out. If you have a question, please don't hesitate to email it, DM it, or whatever method you want to utilize. If you feel like we want to hop on a call just to see if it's absolutely right for you, totally open to that as well. We can make that's happen. So anyway, don't forget, I am powerful. I am powerful. I am powerful. I am powerful, right? You want to get in your pose. Make sure you are surrendered. So say I am powerful 10 times, right? I said 7 to 10 times, right? Make sure you are plugging into your source today. Take some time before bed or when you wake up, plug it on in and fill it on up, and then do your power pose. That's one of my favorite songs. It's a rap song, so you might not know it, but that's one of my songs. But again, remember to do your pose, and then I will see you tomorrow for our next video where we're going to focus on being open, right? And our power pose for that, you'll see what that is. I can't wait till we get to the end and see some of these powerful challenges and all your poses together. So, all right, I love you. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to hop off of here and head into doing my next live on Instagram. So I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully I will see you in Powerfully Positioned Woman Academy in 2020. Peace out. Bye.